Hello, and welcome to our investigation into the downfall of two of the UK's most ruthless drug kingpins. The Tobin brothers, Alan and John, built a sophisticated and highly profitable drug empire that stretched across the country. But as is often the case in the criminal underworld, their greed and paranoia led to a brutal and bloody end. This is a story of a massive drug bust, a mysterious accountant known as the Banker, a disgraced former UFC star, and a series of revenge plots that tore their empire apart. From 2016 to 2020, the Tobin brothers, using the encrypted EncroChat phones, supplied huge amounts of cocaine, heroin, and other drugs to notorious gangs across the UK. Alan, the older brother, lived a double life. By day, he was a respected mental health nurse, but by night, he was a drug lord. His younger brother, John, was his partner in crime. To handle their dirty work, they enlisted former UFC fighter Robbie "the Bear" Broughton as their enforcer, a man whose 18-stone frame ensured debts were paid one way or another. They were making millions, living lavish lifestyles, and they thought they were untouchable. But their downfall began with a single moment on the M6 motorway. In August 2018, police intercepted a van carrying a staggering £20 million worth of cocaine, the largest onshore seizure in UK history. The driver, Jamie Simpson, was a courier working for the Tobins. The loss of that consignment was a fatal blow. It sent them spiraling into massive debt and sparked a desperate series of events. John Tobin, in particular, owed a significant sum to a mysterious underworld accountant, a woman known only as the Banker. When he couldn't pay, the intimidation began, and on February 6, 2020, it escalated into violence. John Tobin was shot on his own doorstep. With their backs against the wall, the brothers became more reckless and violent. EncroChat messages, later hacked by police, revealed their true desperation. They had fallen from being multimillionaire drug dealers to men struggling to pay their bills. In a twisted plot for revenge, they sought to settle a dispute with a rival gang in Warrington. They conspired with an alleged Manchester gangland boss to have two men, a father and son, shot on their doorsteps. The hitman, a serving soldier named Aaron Bretherton, was disguised as a pizza delivery driver, but he shot the wrong man, an innocent man named David Barnes, who was left with shattered bones and a ruined life. As the violence escalated, the Tobins' web of deceit unraveled. The messages on their EncroChat phones provided police with a detailed roadmap of their entire criminal enterprise. They showed the brothers orchestrating drug deals, threatening rivals, and even plotting to have a man named Alvin, whom Alan claimed owed him £1.5 million, carved up in prison. That man turned out to be Jamie Oldroyd, the former customer of the Tobins. The same Oldroyd who was targeted by a terrifying campaign of violence and was issued an official warning by police that he was in danger of being murdered. The game was over. The violence and desperation had caught up with them. The Tobin brothers, who had once dreamed of making millions, are now behind bars. Alan was sentenced to 28 years and John to 22 years. Their enforcer, Robbie Broughton, was jailed for 16 years. Their story serves as a stark warning of the reality behind the glamorous facade of the criminal underworld. A world where betrayal, violence, and vengeance are just part of the price of doing business. A world where everyone, from the kingpins to the enforcers, eventually pays the price.